How you doing out there, my fellow 1%ers? This is Gerald Bass with www.theriseofthe1%.com, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Rise of the 1% show, where you definitely will discover the strategies, tools, techniques, and insights to take your business, income, and lifestyle to the next level. Today, I definitely have a gentleman on the show that I have an extreme amount of respect for. I was actually introduced to this brother some years ago. We have a similar background. Both came from the entertainment business, and he actually introduced me to network marketing close to 5 years ago. Introduced me to the industry, and I went on to see this brother do some phenomenal things in the network marketing industry. He actually was ranked the #1 recruiter in his network marketing company. He's helped a lot of other people have success through that vehicle as well. And now he's consulting and coaching people, no matter what business they're involved in, what industry they're in. He's helping them turn their passion into profits. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Has had a lot of success, online marketing, the whole nine. He specializes basically in lead generation, right, and helping business owners get more customers and clients and rapidly take their business and profits to the next level. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So today I got Mr. Marquel Russell on.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm glad to have you on.
I'm blessed to be here.
Absolutely. How you feeling?
Oh, man, amazing. Amazing.
Awesome. Well, with that said, let's dive straight in. Marquel, if you can, tell our audience today in regards to a little bit about your backstory.
Right.
Of course, I know it, but for the people that may not know you, tell them a little bit about who you are, where you're from,
right.
A little bit about the journey and your businesses that you're involved in.
Cool. So, real quick, I'm gonna give you a abridged version because we could definitely be here all day.
Right.
So, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I grew up, in the drug infested environment. My mom actually raised me and my two sisters by herself. And where I grew up, man, it was, everybody kind of, you just heard the traditional story, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a good job working for somebody else. And the ideal job where I worked at, and my dad wasn't around or nothing like that, but the ideal job, quote unquote, was to get a job working for the city. So just in case you don't know what working for the city is, those are the people when you ride down the street, they fixing the, they laying concrete, making sure the streets are lined, all that good stuff like that.
Right.
And then, the people come around, they dumping the trash cans in the apartments or whatever. And I'm like, man, that's the ideal job. That's what everybody wants. And even at a young age, I was like, nah, I'm gonna be rich. I ain't know how I was gonna be rich, but I was like, we're gonna be rich somehow. Because I was like, that just can't be the way.
Right.
So at that time, everybody who I knew who was working jobs, they was always broke. So we had the candy lady where I grew up. I don't know if y'all know what the candy lady is, but the candy lady was the first legitimate entrepreneurs we knew about in the neighborhood, right?
Right.
So you can go there and get honey buns and candy and juicy juice and freeze cups.
Right.
I don't know about freeze cups.
Freeze cups,
right. So the freeze cups and everything. Just in case you like, what's a freeze cup? It's just basically this frozen Kool-Aid and styrofoam. So that's all it is. So we go right in the neighborhood and grab that. And but when we asked, like, the older adults, my uncles and uncles and so forth, could we get 50 cents or $1 to go to candy lady? They always say I'm broke. And I could never figure out how somebody could work all week, never be at home with their kids, not even be able to attend any other football games or anything, but be broke. And they said they was at work. I could never figure that out because my cousins, they was always had money, but they sold drugs. So me being very impressionable at a young age, I went that route and found myself in the street, just selling drugs at a young age. Ended up dropping out of high school when I was in 10th grade, and I just kind of went in the streets full time. I'm at that place. I played a little bit of sports and so forth, but I went to the streets full time. Ended up getting, going to jail. It's kind of one thing leads to another.
Right.
So I ended up going to jail, and I actually had my first son when I was 19. And I was in jail, and I'm sitting there like, dang, because I thought I was gonna get out before my baby mom dropped me. But I was like, dang, I'm still in here. And I'm like, man, if I keep going this route, I'm gonna end up being opposite like my dad was. So I said, you know what? When I get out, I'm gonna get me 2 jobs. Because I know one job ain't gonna get it. Everybody who I knew had one job that was broke. So I was like, what if I got 2 jobs? Maybe that'll work.
Right.
But obviously a convicted felon, 9th grade education, ain't gonna get the best job. So I found myself changing oil and tires on 18-wheelers on Bankhead in Atlanta at Petro, right? And I was looking at the price list one day, and I saw that every hour they made $350 off work that I did. Because I basically do 2 oil changes an hour, every 30 minutes or so. They make $350 per be on over an hour. But I was making $8.50. So I'm like, dang, $8.50. They make about 300 and some change off of me. I'm like, that's pimping.
Yeah, it is.
So I was like, you know what, man? I was like, I can sit at home. This is kind of how my mind is wired. I was like, I can sit at home, G, and find $8 an hour in the couch.
Right.
Like I can sit around the house and find something to do to make $8.
Right.
I don't gotta be here being covered in oil and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
So I found myself back in the streets, doing what I knew best. But this time I had a little shift. And I spoke at an event yesterday, and I was telling the youth who I was speaking to, I was like, it's just those little shifts that change everything. It's not the big thing, it's just that little shift.
Right.
So this shift that I had at this moment was, I was like, okay, a lot of these guys who I followed, like at the time it was Master P, you know, these guys who we grew up on,
Exactly.
you know, and the Birdman, these guys came from the streets, but they started business, entertainment business.
Right.
So I said, hey, you know what? I know people who rap, I know people who do business. I don't do none of those things, but what if I started an entertainment company? Right. So I started an entertainment company, started doing management, club promotions, it went really well. And then I found myself in the club one night. A gentleman walks up to me. I was actually on the way home because I was like, man, it's been a long day. I'm just gonna go straight to the house.
Right.
But somehow I ended up in the club. But God had a whole nother plan. So I found myself in the club drinking and just relaxing. And a guy walks up to me, pitches me on network marketing. He just walks up to me like, and I didn't know what network marketing was.
Right.
So he walks up to me. We all know him, right? He walks up to me. He was like, look, he thought I was somebody else. This was crazy now. He thought I was one of my partners. So he walked up to me like, hey man, I just joined this thing, man. You know, he asked me, he said, imagine, he was like, how many people you know with a cell phone? I was like, everybody know I got a cell phone.
Right.
And he was like, imagine every time these people paid their cell phone bill, you got paid. And I was like, I don't know if it was the Patron, but I was like, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds great.
Right. He was like, man, I just joined this thing. It was $500 to get started, man. Woo, woo, woo. Every time people pay their bill, I was like, okay, I'm in. And so he had his other buddies with him, and they had all just got started too.
Yeah.
But they all drank, and they like, yeah, man, we making money. So I'm like, cool. So they was like, this Wednesday, one of my mentors, a millionaire from Nigeria, gonna be over at the crib. Come through, you can meet her. So I was like, okay, meet a legitimate millionaire.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to lose, I'm there.
Yeah.
So I went there, we went, everything was looking good. They sold me on this whole idea of making money, you know, get one and you get two, and then they'll get two, and then they'll get two, making all this money.
Right.
So I was like, sure, I can get two.
Right.
So I signed up. At this time, I didn't have a bank account or none of that. So it was like, we had to figure out how to get the money on the card.
Yeah.
So I got a prepaid debit card from Walmart, loaded the card up, and it was on. So I got started. Obviously, it wasn't as easy as they told me it was gonna be, because after I ran through all my people, everybody told me it was a pyramid scheme. They was like, man, it's a pyramid, man, what you doing, man? It's a pyramid, bro. So I'm like, what's a pyramid?
Yeah.
So I was like, this time I was like, okay, you know what? It gotta be something to this. I got invited to a conference and saw other black people like making money, real money, getting cars and big checks. And I'm like, okay, this may be something to this.
Right.
So I came out the event, had some success, but then it plateaued because I ran out of people to talk to, which led me online. And that's when I started figuring out this online marketing stuff, and I found people making hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars per month online. And I was like, okay, what is this all about? So it took me about a year or so just buying all kind of stuff, going to conferences, just all over the place, and literally went broke trying to figure this stuff out. Like my girl, she was paying all the bills. It was all bad, bro. I tell people all the time I was one smart coming away from being homeless. So she was paying all the bills, I'm broke. I'm trying to figure this internet marketing stuff out.
Yeah.
And one day, I won't say one day, but after a process, things started to click. Things started to happen. I started getting some checks here and there. Checks started getting bigger. Checks started getting bigger. You know, and my mom, she actually was dying from cancer at this time, so I'm going through that, trying to figure this stuff out. So it was all bad, you know what I'm saying? So things finally started to click. Things started to happen. And once I started having the results, people started reaching out to me. I became the number one recruiter in a network marketing company, as you said, out of 50,000 people within, like a year or so or something like that. People started reaching out like, man, what are you doing? I was getting leads online. People started paying me a lot of money to coach them. Right. And I was like, man, people pay you for what you know.
Right.
And then I found out that there's more money in what you know than what you do.
Ooh.
So I was like, wow.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, I love this coaching model, and I started seeing other people create results.
Right.
So since then, man, we've launched our coaching and training company. That's pretty much what we focus on now. It's called Infinite Success University. So that's our online portion of it. And then we have, our higher end coaching and masterminds and events and so forth. So that's what we do now, man. Travel all over the world, impact entrepreneurs. That's our business. That's our that's one portion, and we also have a youth empowerment portion where we teach the youth about entrepreneurship, keeping them off the streets, publishing books, all this real cool stuff. And I wish I knew when I was 15, now we get to take all that and basically accelerate the process for them. So now they don't got no excuses, once they get my age. So I guess that's the quick, unabridged version of it.
I love it. Oh my. Phenomenal story every time I hear it. I've heard it several times, but every time I hear it, I'm like, man, very impactful story from where you came from, man. Let me ask you this. Having that type of background, Marquel, I mean, going through all those different obstacles, like you said, coming from being incarcerated, then transitioning to network marketing, you had some success, but that became very stagnant. And even with the online marketing, I mean, that didn't happen overnight. Did you become an overnight success?
No. Overnight about 5 years of nights, probably.
5 years of nights.
Right.
Exactly.
Nights.
So it's not an overnight type process.
Right.
But what kept you going? I mean, what kept fueling you to continue pursuing this? I mean, because you could have easily gave up even when the network marketing had became stagnant, or even the online marketing. I mean, now you're doing phenomenal things, but what kept you pushing